If they do that, they're going to be very, 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 very tough to beat.
Wilson! Oh! And we are tied!
Let's go!
Call him Phi Slamma Jamma.
And I don't ever let them forget where we come from.
Getting those phones out. Report me acting ignorant.
Zion Kris got his way through, and he may go! Kris is in! Houston leads out of nowhere! Seventh heaven for Houston. The Cougars advance to their seventh Final Four. Go Coogs! Let's go! It's so good! The dream remains alive for the Houston Cougars!
Welcome into another edition of Let's Rage Coogs, presented by the Saxenian Family. Big thank you to today's sponsors on this edition of the LRC postgame show. Big shout out to our secondary sponsor, It's Star Pizza Houston, as well. We're coming off a 86-90 loss for the 6th-ranked Houston Cougars men's basketball team in Lubbock against the 12th-ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders. We had a little bit of everything in this game, from Kingston Flemings being the first U of H player to score 40 or more points since Robert Fluff McKiver, who will be joining us here shortly, way back in 2008. We had Emmanuel Sharp put up 20. We had the Texas Tech Red Raiders go on their run. We had students storm the court. We had foul trouble. We had a couple of interesting foul calls throughout this game. And ultimately, we saw Houston's 16-game road winning streak come to an end as Houston fell to the Red Raiders in this one. They fall to 17-2 overall. Their first conference loss of the season. They're now 5-1 in Big 12 play. Chris, Dayon, I hope y'all are staying warm on this Saturday, January 24th, as the winter weather flashes through Texas. How are y'all doing tonight, or today, I should say?
I'm all right. That was a hell of a game, man. I love the Big 12. Disappointed the Cougs lost, but it was a hell of a game by two excellent teams. And we can get into, I think, who was it? Rowdy Cougs. Second chance points. Texas Tech won the battle of the boards, and that was a deciding factor in today's game.
Yeah, big time, especially late down the stretch when Texas Tech went up 7. It was uncharacteristic offensive rebounds that Houston gave up down the stretch.
The whole game, Andy, it was 21-11 board for Texas Tech. So, I mean, kudos to them. It's a rare time it happened this season, but it happened. And you got to give them credit. Kingston Flemings was sensational. He's a hell of a player. I mean, Tech had 10 offensive rebounds in the first half and 11 in the second half. So they kind of balanced it out. But a great game. Somebody had to lose, and I hate that it was Houston.
Yeah, definitely a great game. Kingston played spectacular, just like we all just witnessed. I think those rebounding totals did stick out, but not really so much in the first half because JoJo and Kris went out with foul trouble, in which they got a bulk of those then. For me, I'm just looking at the balance offensively. I'm watching the game. Like, those opportunities, Kris got to touch the ball. He can touch the ball a little bit more in different scenarios, but Kingston was spectacular tonight for sure.
On that note, let's bring in Robert Fluff McKiver. Fluff, Kingston Fleming's the first UH player to score 40 or more points since you did it back in 2008. Fluff, first and foremost, how are you doing on this Saturday?
I'm up and down about the game. I watched the whole game start to finish. I'm not happy, but I'm not upset. I feel like, I like how we fought at the end of the game, as far as like we never folded on trying to win. But before we get into that, I want to get into, congratulating Kingston Fleming on being the first Cougar since myself in 2008, scoring 40 points. That's a blessing for him and his family. He is on his way to being a big time player and making a lot of money. And I want to say congratulations to Emmanuel Sharp for passing me on the 3-point list. And Coogs help Coogs. The standard is high, and we break the barrier every year. And we chomp at the bit of being national champions every single year. And I just want to say that I'm super proud of those young guys as far as their individual accomplishments, and I'm truly happy and thankful to be a part of the history of the schools. But in saying that, I am not upset about the game. I think that we are right there to compete for a national championship, like Kris always says, and we give Kris the credit on starting this. It's the second best league in the world after the NBA, the Big 12. We lose one game. I know we had a long streak of 16 games winning 16 games in a row. We lost one. Whoop de doo. We keep moving up, we keep moving on and go to the next thing.
That's the right mindset. That's really the only mindset you can have. That's life in the Big 12. Like Kris likes to say a lot as well. I want to go to a point that Dayon made shortly before you hopped on, Fluff, and that was really Houston. It connects with kind of Houston's offense late down the stretch. I feel like they settled a lot for three pointers, even on the 3-pointer by Emmanuel Sharp that they got. They cut the deficit to 4. It seemed like they weren't as aggressive getting into the paint, or at least inside of the 3-point line, as they otherwise could have. What did y'all think of Houston's offensive execution down the stretch?
Well, y'all know me. I, I'm old school. I like getting points in the paint first and foremost. Both teams cooled off from three in the second half considerably when both teams was red hot in the first half. The Cougs were only 4 for 17 from three, but they're only 7 for 9 from the free throw line. Get into the paint. They scored 22 points in the paint. They could have done more in the paint. Texas Tech only made 2 of 10 threes in the second half after making 10 in the first half. But yeah, I'd rather when the threes aren't falling, get into the paint, mid-range game, however you want to do it. Drive to the hoop, throwing it to Kris Sinak at the free throw line, face-ups, whatever, but get more shots in the paint.
Definitely want to see more shots in the paint. I want to see more concerted effort to get the ball to Kris. I mean, he's just a talented and versatile scorer in that mid-post area, whether it's facing up and shooting or it's being able to use his finesse and his footwork to get a bucket. And I think his ability to score, and he had the mismatch all night. They didn't have their power forward isn't someone that could have guarded him. Although, I mean, the offense was spectacular, can pretty much get the ball to Kingston and really get out the way. And so it's hard to say. I just think just kind of forward looking, I think just that extra element of specifically Kris sitting there, giving him the ball in that mid post, so letting him just get more touches, more ability to isolate and make plays can make our offense even more potent.
Well, also I think that, if we can find a way to put Kris in a dunker spot, you know, the dunker spot, as far as by the blocks, and when the penetration is coming down the middle of the floor, he's always available to touch the ball. They always have to worry about him if he's in dunker spots. So I think if we could put him in a dunker spot a little more, as far as always ready to catch and be available, to where the big has to leave him to stop a Kingston, to stop a Ooze, to stop a Sharp, I think that he would get more touches by mistake, at least 6 to 7 more opportunities by just being in a dunker spot.
I'm looking at the play-by-play stats, and the last 7, 8 minutes, the Cougs missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threes, a couple of miss. It just wasn't. It took too many threes, like Andy is saying, main point, and Dayon is saying as well. Not enough shots in the paint. That's the overall thing there offensively, but defensive rebounding. That is the takeaway. Cougs scored 86 points and lost.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen that in Kelvin Sampson era here?
That is
86
very,
points.
very rare. And a big part of it was that at the end of the first half, when Texas Tech exploded, they put up 55 going into halftime. And a big reason for that was the foul trouble. JoJo Tugner and no Kris Sinak to end the final 10-plus minutes of the first half.
And I didn't like the last. I don't know if that was Tugler or someone else, but I didn't like when they went up 5. I think we should have contested. I think he went the big. I think it was top, and he went the bump. And when he went to bump and threw it up, and threw up, the little float in the lane, I think that was Tug. I think he didn't fight him back a little more to make that contest. If we could have got that stop right there, that would have been huge. Also, I think Ooh should have had it late, not to score, to facilitate to get it back to Kingston late. I
Right.
think we should have, made some things happen to where Kingston's coming off a single or in a floppy situation coming off of both sides. I think that would have been good for Kingston to take a break off of bringing the ball up. So then when he caught it, he was even more dangerous because now you have to still worry about the others and worry about him on different angles of the floor.
And think about this. I just realized this. Tech only made 2 threes, but they were
Wow.
back-to-back threes from Atwell in the second half. Those 2 in the second half. Those clutch three-pointers right there. I mean, that was key right there.
Yeah.
One, Kingston didn't have his hand up quick enough,
Mm-hmm.
and then Chase tried to
Close that
defend
spot.
2, and he was a step late back to Atwell.
Yep.
This is a hell of a game, man. Don't get me wrong, fans. Thank you for huge numbers on all the platforms watching Let's Rage Coogs right now.
Really?
This is a hell of a game. This was a hell of
Got
a
big
game.
numbers right now, huh?
Yeah, and this is a showcase for the conference. 2 of the best teams in the country
Yes.
are in the Big 12 and put on a hell of a show.
Yes.
But I also want to say this is a great sign or respect for the Houston Cougars program. Andy said it. We saw it. Texas Tech fans stormed the court after beating
Yeah.
Houston.
That's huge.
Think about that, folks.
They're number
Storm the
12 in
court after beating
America.
us.
It's 6 versus 12. They stormed the court. We're the guys.
I mean, come on.
Facts, man. Facts.
And then this is one thing I hate, and I don't know if my buddy's watching the show, but he told me this years ago, when fans of the team that won chant overrated to the team that lost, you're downplaying your team's win. Because if you're saying that team is overrated, then what does it say about you winning the game?
And then they turn around and storm the court.
Yeah. That's a
And
good. I
you storm
never
the
thought
court.
about it like that, Chris. I'd just be like, oh, they
So why you
saying
storm the court
overrated.
then if we're overrated? Make that make
Yeah.
sense to me. I'm done. Okay, hell of a game though. Hell of a game.
Hell of a game. Hell of a game.
Hell of a game for sure.
Let's look at
Other-
the box score real quick, Chris. Like I mentioned, Kingston Fleming's 42 points, 15 to 26 from the field, 4 of 9 on his 3-pointers, 8 to 10 from the free throw line, had 6 assists to go along with 2 rebounds, only 2 turnovers in the loss. Emmanuel Sharp had 20 points. He was 16 from the field, 3 of 8 on his threes, went 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Didn't get a rebound or an assist in this game. And then after Sharp and Kingston, the next leading scorer, it was tied actually with Milo Huzan at 6 points and Chase McCarty at 6 points. And then Houston had 4 different players have 2 points each. And Chris Sinak's basket, he only took 1 shot in this game. I mean, he only
That's
played 18 minutes due to
unacceptable.
foul trouble. But that was the first play of the game.
First
right?
play of the game. Yep.
Yep. They went to Sinek.
And he finished
did
on
a
what
good little
solid
play,
play.
and then they never went back to him.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
I no disrespect to the numbers, but what did I tell you people about Kingston Flemings? I want to talk about it all the time. I want to talk about it all the time. What did I tell you guys about this kid?
He's special.
He's special. You listen. One thing that's amazing about him, he will not stop coming. And that's what tonight was the first night where I said, you know what? And Pooh, I know you're going in the Hall of Fame, man. I love you, big dog. But man, you're gonna have to give me Kingston Flemings as a freshman.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give me for him the way he's bringing the basketball up the floor is as if he's a senior. If you don't know nothing, if you just started watching college basketball for the first day today, you would not think that kid is a freshman. Not for 1 second. If you didn't know already that his bio, and that's unbelievable. The poise that he has to be a baby out there is just amazing.
And
But Senac, we will not win a national championship if he's not more involved in these games. That's just and Ooze getting 6 points. That's just it's not gonna work for us. We know Sharp is not a facilitator. That's fine. That's how he play. But Ooze has to give us 14 to 16 points.
He only
And
took 6 shots.
I know, Chris,
You
but
know,
it's
no.
like,
What I'm saying is, and Kris only took 1, the first shot of the game,
yeah,
and got in foul trouble. And it was Tech went on that run late in the first half. Coach Sampson put Kris back in the game because the Red Raiders were pounding the glass so much late in the first half. So that's a rare thing because Coach really, once you get 2 fouls, you're done for the first half
yeah,
usually. But
yeah.
that's how bad it was
Coach
in the
didn't
first
want to
half.
lose this game right here either.
But
He sure did.
you know,
Like
the
any
Red
other game,
Raiders
it's a
hit
little
10
different.
threes in the first half. It
Yeah.
looked like they were going to hit 20 in a game.
They'll
They only
never
hit
be
2
that
in
high
the second
again.
half. So it is this team is different. Coach Sampson has said that for all of us to hear. He doesn't compare teams. This team is not last year's team. This team is much younger in key spots than last year's team. Last year's team was full of vets, so we can't keep looking at that. But this team has more offensive potential. But the problem today was defensive rebounding and second chance point. Texas Tech dominated
Man, the
Houston in that
defensive
way.
drills that's gonna go down tomorrow is gonna be diabolical.
I mean, guys got pushed off their spots. JT Toppin, he just big man them. It didn't matter who it was. He big man JoJo a couple times. Chase McCarty, Ramon. He didn't care. He big man all of them in the post. When his big man guard down there on the switches, Toppin took advantage of it. But let's flip it around this way as well. As bizarre as this was, Toppin, a 49% free throw shooter, went 7 for 8 today.
That's
This is
crazy.
one of those games, folks. You just
How
tip
do
your
you
hat
shoot 49% from
and
the
move
line?
on, man. From the free throw line, 49 from the free throw line, and he went 7 for 8 today.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, just
This is
just
a hell of a game. And Coach Sampson has said JT Toppin is the best player in the Big 12. Toppin proved it today, man. You give the other team credit.
what Toppin had?
Was it 31 and 12?
Okay.
Yeah, 31 and 12. Hell, I want him to take more threes. He was 0 for 5 from 3. I'm like, yeah, keep taking those.
Yeah, we just got to give Kris more touches. I mean, he has to get more touches. I think. Like I agree with Fluff. If he's not involved in some capacity offensively, it's going to be tough for us to cut the nets down because you can't expect Kingston to score
Yeah.
30 plus a night, 40, let
Yeah.
alone 40. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that also
Like
might
it's
as
good.
well give you more.
It's an amazing
Yeah.
thing individually, but you know, we need those guys to step up for sure.
It's
And
this game. This today was different. It's very rare for a Coach Sampson team to have one player. Hell, really just 2 players that score in double figures, but
Yeah.
one player scored 40. Freshman record for UH.
it was a smooth 42
It
though.
was
It wasn't
so
like
smooth.
he was hunting those shots. It was all in the floor of the game. Everything was just so smooth.
Hey
He
Chris,
took a
how many
couple
people have
late.
40 at the University of Houston?
Overall,
Yeah, you think 20?
I'd have to find out. I don't know if that's a thing that's available on their website in the archive or something, but I want to hear. Hopefully, there's time for post game because it's still not certain if the team is going to fly back to Houston right now. After today's game or stay in Lubbock. So for post game comments from Coach Sampson, but first half, the Cougs they were soft. Texas Tech pushed them around. So I would love to hear what the players was said to them at halftime because they got manhandled in that first half. They made some adjustments in the second half, but Texas Tech still won the battle of the boards, and ultimately that's what cost Houston this game. Houston once again scored 86 points, and they lost.
Yeah, that's rare.
Some of that too, though, what got to do with the way the game was being called. Like the
I did
early
not like
foul.
the refereeing, Chris. I know what you're saying
Either.
about the kicking out with a leg, but at the same time,
He
brother,
got hit
he
first
got
on
hit
the wrist.
first. So him kicking his leg is irrelevant if you already hit me.
Yeah, but then to the refs too, though. When
And that
Chris,
call that they
and,
called on Sharp, that was
yeah,
terrible.
and they
When
caught a
you see
foul on
Coach Sampson,
JoJo.
like,
He got
that's
pushed in the
BS.
back.
I mean, that was that. You think about it, it's a 2 point game. What is it? 2 point game right there?
On which one? The push the back? Well, I
No,
mean,
no, no. When he went left to right, I forgot what guard it was, but he went left to right, and Sharp just kind of put his hand out, and he went left to right, and they called a foul.
the officiating was inconsistent because some of the fouls on the perimeter were touch fouls. You don't call those in a game like this. And then sometimes down low, they didn't call stuff. It
True.
wasn't consistent enough.
Never get it right,
Also,
but
I
they got a
think
couple
that
home calls though.
I think that impacted the rebounding numbers because when Chris and
But
JoJo
that's
got
why
in
it can't
foul
be close
trouble,
like that, guys.
yeah.
We gotta get rid of them quick. I mean, it's easier said than done, but on the road, if it's close like that, man, out of 7 calls, we get 2, maybe.
Yeah, that's part of home court advantage.
Yeah,
Life in the Big 12. You know, Chris and JoJo getting in foul trouble was a big factor in the first half. But it's time that meant it was time for Sacco to rebound.
yeah.
He didn't. Milos to rebound. He didn't. Other folks got to rebound the basketball. I got to
Well,
find a way to
well,
get that
well.
ball.
Chris is gonna be a little. He's a good kid, but he's a little. He's gonna be a little. He's not enticed as much to rebound because he ain't getting the ball. So people might say, "Man, you gotta do your job anyway." That's just how Big's minds work.
But Fluff, if he wants to help his team win, he got to find ways to get. He could have had some offensive putbacks
Nah, I
and
gotta
scored
find a
like that.
way. I'm
You
just.
know.
I'm just saying. He's young. I don't think that's a problem.
Uh-oh. Fluff got so excited, he knocked
Oh my goodness, that's funny. That might go viral. Man, Jesus. That's hilarious.
Let me
he,
take this moment real quick to pause for
yeah,
a second and thank today's sponsors on this edition of Let's Rage Coogs, beginning with Steve Saxenian. He is the primary sponsor not only of this edition of Let's Rage Coogs, but has been all season long. And also, big thank you to today's secondary sponsor in Star Pizza Houston, with multiple locations throughout the Houston area. Star Pizza is your go-to spot before or after the game. Be sure to check them out online at starpizza.net. Star Pizza HOU on X, Star Pizza Houston, Texas on Instagram. And take a time. I know Chris, we mentioned we had planned that I would have been in Lubbock for the game. Unfortunately, it didn't work out because of this weather, and I didn't want to run the risk of getting stranded in Lubbock. So damn, but this would have been a great game to be in that atmosphere. But I guess it just wasn't meant to be.
There's always Kansas City in the Big 12 tournament. We'll be there.
yes.
And hopefully these two teams play again in Kansas City, because every time these two teams play, like this is Houston's rival in the Big 12 when it comes to men's basketball. It seems like there's always an extra juice when these two teams match up.
That'd be nice. That'd be okay. Hopefully, these two teams play on that last Monday in April.
That too. Shoot, why not both?
I mean, both is fine, but if I have my choice, I think y'all would. I don't really care about seeing them in Kansas City. I want to see them in Indianapolis. This is a
We
great
got to worry
rivalry.
about Kansas now. That,
This is this
a
is
little
this
bit.
is a great rivalry.
That's a great rivalry. Back and forth. Houston is currently with the lead on the series since they joined the Big 12
And that's
3-2.
no slight on Arizona. There are 3 or 4 teams in the Big 12 that can win it all this year.
Yeah. Name them, Chris.
So Houston, Arizona, Texas Tech. And Iowa State. I'm just not sold on BYU yet. Sorry. And one of my friends, colleagues, when saw about the news about Darren Peterson not playing against Kansas State tonight because of his ankle, out with ankle, the response was DP, also known as do not play.
Brutal.
Hey man, they got some type of plan, man. I don't know what it is. I was talking to one of my friends. I said, I don't even think he be hurt most of the time. I think he really just take off whenever he want.
I mean, because hey, I said it what in December or so when a colleague told me that his Peterson, his people want him to play in the big games. Man, hell, Kansas State. That's a rivalry in Kansas. Maybe it's not a big game.
They
Maybe
don't
not a
get
big
no
deal.
bigger. I mean, it get bigger as far as national media, but
Maybe not to them,
Kansas
apparently.
State is crazy.
But that's outside of the. That's let them worry about that.
Right.
The Cougs got to clean up their rebounding, return to Houston, and then or decide what they're going to do weather-wise, and get ready for TCU on
That's
Wednesday.
it.
Yep. Wednesday, that'll be at 8 p.m. tip-off. Real quickly, today was a full slate for Big 12 games. Obviously, we had Houston and Texas Tech, and Iowa State played Oklahoma State. Iowa State came away with the win. UCF beat Colorado. Arizona now improves to 20-0, 7-0 in the conference. So they had a big win over West Virginia, and we still have Cincinnati and Arizona that's going to play later. Like you said, Chris, Kansas State, Baylor, TCU. So TCU will be in action today as well, and then Utah, BYU. That one's coming up here shortly in 25 minutes on the big network on Fox.
Some great games across college basketball today. This is a great day to stay inside if you don't have to get out, man.
You don't got to do nothing. Just watch the games.
Well, Illinois is about to beat Purdue. That's going to be
Yeah, they up like 3 right now, or 5 with
They're
77,
up
82.
four with 6 seconds left.
Okay.
86-82.
The
Okay.
UConn Villanova game went to overtime. That was a hell of a
I
game.
got invited to the UConn Villanova game, and didn't go because I had to do Let's
did the right
Rage
thing.
Coogs, and I couldn't
you
get
did.
caught out there until I get to a Cougar game. I mean this. I got invited to that game today. I had tickets, everything, nice ones. And
You did the right thing.
I know, brother. I know. I can't. I gotta get home first, and then I can, maybe move around a little bit.
Oh, somebody commented about who else to beat Houston in the Big 12. TCU, Kansas. Remember, first year in the Big 12, the Cougs were 0-2.
Iowa State. Yeah, they started off 0-2 at Iowa State and then TCU. Yep. And they lost at Kansas. Yep. And then Texas Tech twice.
But I'll say it, and I'll sound like a kid in a candy store. I love Big 12 basketball.
Yeah.
I love the competition, the fans, the venues, the talented players, the great coaches. This is a great conference. And I think it's up to the fans. You can start watching these games on TV.
Yeah.
Get those numbers up, TV ratings up. I'm a basketball guy. I couldn't care less about football. Football could disappear and I wouldn't miss it at all.
Come on, don't say that, Chris.
Basketball.
We got the Cougar football.
That's the only football I watch. That's it. That's the only football I watch. Period. Cougar football, and that's it. College and pro.
Talking about that, Chris, on top of it, just the national respect that the Big 12 basketball has, College Game Day is going to be in another Big 12 site next week, BYU, Kansas.
And I think they'll be back. They'll be in Houston for Houston, Arizona.
Yep.
So, yeah, everybody recognizes it.
We got Arizona Sunday, right?
Say that again?
We got Arizona Sunday?
No.
Saturday.
Not this Sunday. Next Sunday?
February 21st.
And that'll be a Saturday too, Fluff.
On ABC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know about that game. You're right. Yeah. I got you.
Oh, you do? You do, sir?
I know about that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of giving yourself away there, brother.
Just leave it at that, Chris. Leave it at that. By the way, Joseph Duarte of the Houston Chronicle just posted on X that the U of H is going to stay overnight in Lubbock, and they want to return to Houston early tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. Oh, so they'll get some rest.
I hope so. Yeah.
They might practice in Lubbock tomorrow.
Sure, might as well.
I'm telling you, I know how this thing go now. They mad as ever.
And that's good.
Not because they're not mad, but it was just some opportunities that we missed that we didn't have to miss.
Right.
There was some loose basketballs that we didn't get that, you know what I'm saying, we should have got.
Texas Tech
Things of
won
that
the
nature.
50-50 balls today.
We lost so many 50-50 basketballs today. So coaches, college coaches at that level, you know, when they get back, they chomping at the bit. They need smoke. That is that's just how it is.
But Big 12 games on TNT. The contract I think is just maybe 13 games, so it's not a lot for the next few years on TNT. But that's part of what I encourage all fans of Big 12 schools to do
Yeah.
is watch these televised games. Get those TV ratings up. You need to see big time ratings numbers. So for that next TV contract, the next media rights deal, Commissioner Yomar goes to his partners and says, look, the top rated games involved Big 12 teams. All of them. Not SEC, Big 12 teams. So show us the money.
That's right.
That's what needs to happen. Because
Not
ESPN is in love with the SEC.
Look, they showing it right here. Nah, it's really a no call is with Kingston. If anything, it's a no call. If
look,
anything.
the kick out on that last three.
Yeah.
I,
Kid
I
Keaton
still see.
Wagler had 46 points today.
I can I,
Illinois.
I can see both. I think a lot of times players do that, and it's a no call more often than not.
Right.
But he didn't. But he also didn't need to do it. I think it was much more just react, like instinct. I don't think he was intentionally trying to. I
He
don't
could
know.
make a mistake or
Other than
two.
that,
Yeah,
yeah,
he could have also drove to the hoop and got to the
True.
paint instead of taking that three.
yeah.
He could have done that. But I love everybody. But when we talk about officiating, a lot of times it's in a loss.
It's true.
Would we be saying this if we would have won today?
Nope.
It's true.
Okay, Houston got mashed on the boards and in second chance points. Give Tech credit. Give Petty credit. Give Atwell credit. Give Christian Anderson has not shot the ball well twice against Houston, but he had 9 assists today. Other team plays too. So give the opponent credit. Don't be like some of those folks and you just wear your Houston glasses and you don't want to give the other team credit. That's not me. I don't do that. Give Tech credit. Now, if these two teams play the last Monday in April, I want Houston to win. Period. And I don't care if the final score is 105, 102. But today was a hell of a game. And Houston did not play its best defensively, without a doubt. But Tech had something to do with that as well. Some of the ball movement in that first half, man, the
Was
passes
major.
was
Yeah.
great. They beat the rotations
Mhm.
and knocked down the shots in the first half. Not so much in the second half. Houston made some defensive adjustments, played more aggressive, whatever you want to call it. This was a hell of a
Yeah,
game.
because we only gave up like maybe 35 in the second half.
Yeah.
Something
Coogs
like
scored
that.
49 points in the first half.
No, they
More
And
Texas
were
times.
Tech scored
behind.
55, right?
Yes.
Yep, I had
The Coogs
55
scored
in the first.
49 in the first half and were behind by 6.
Yeah.
Give Tech credit. Another team may not score 90 against Houston all year.
Yeah. And you know what was on Kingston mind? I wanted to tell you this too. If you look at the lab when we played Texas Tech and they was talking to Coach Sampson, he said, he kicked Kingston's butt for a while. What's
Yeah,
the kid name?
Jalen Petty. Yeah.
He said I'm telling you, I know killers when I see him. He was Kingston had that on his mind. Like, what don't say?
Yeah. Kingston said, after the game against Arizona State, when he was asked about his legacy performance against Texas Tech, and he was like, I wouldn't call that a legacy. I gave her like 30 points. So he's hard on himself. He is hard on himself. And that's what makes him a great player
Yeah.
with a bright future.
Very
I also
bipolar.
think he had on his mind too, like, hey, this is my house. Like, y'all wanted me here for a reason. Like, he was hungry
Oh, he
to
put it on the
play
show. Yeah,
well
it was down to Houston,
and do
Texas
what he
Tech.
did. But I'm the opposite of my man Chris. Only for tonight, I give Tech credit for the ball movement. But other than that, I feel like we let one slip. I'm
It was
sour.
Texas Tech was the last two. Texas Tech and Houston. I didn't know that.
For Kingston, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they talked about it on the broadcaster. Kingston called uh, the Texas Tech head coach and was in tears when he told him he was going to be going to Houston.
Yeah. Like
Oh
he
wow.
decided on Houston kind of, you know, before other folks knew, but some folks knew already. But anyway, that's beside the point because he came to Houston and Fertitta Center a lot after he committed.
Yeah, I remember last year. Yeah, he was coming a lot.
But it is just, I love the Big 12. Salute to Texas Tech. I hope they get to the Final Four. Hey, y'all know me. I would love for the Final Four to include 4 Big 12 teams. And then the one that wins it all will be Houston.
We get something like that, you give us the reins. We ain't finna lose. We ain't finna
So
lose.
that is got to be this the icing on the cake for all the haters of the SEC and the lovers of the Big Ten, all that kind of stuff. You get the ultimate, have 4 Big 12 teams in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Never been done before. It's tough to do because there are some good teams in the Big Ten. Michigan, Nebraska's still undefeated.
Michigan's really good.
Duke, UConn, Illinois, Purdue. Hell, the Elite Eight could be awesome. Man,
Speaking of Purdue, did you guys know what's the point guard name again?
Braden,
Braden Smith.
what about it?
Is that his name?
There you talking about it. Yeah, Illinois won. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, did I say his last name right? Smith?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just making sure. Did you guys know he was 23 years old? Sophomore?
He's not a sophomore, he's a senior.
He's a senior.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yep.
This is last year at Purdue. Yeah.
Oh, man, somebody must have mispronounced. I was watching the mock draft. They said he was a sophomore. I'm like,
No.
there's no way he's a sophomore. But all
No.
right, makes sense now.
Yeah, 27-12 today in their loss at home to Illinois.
Okay. That's big time numbers. So who's the best freshman in the Big 12? We going Kingston after tonight?
I
He's the
mean,
best player in the Big 12. I think he's gonna win Big 12 Player of the Year and Big 12 Freshman of the Year. He's the
That's
best player in the Big
crazy,
12.
D.
I disagree.
Yeah.
You don't think he's the best player in the Big
Who's a
12?
better player? Who's a better player than him?
Mr. Toppin
Is a better player than Kingston Fleming?
in the Big 12, yeah.
Freshman.
No, he said player.
I said
No,
freshman.
freshman, yeah.
Freshman,
D
no
said
doubt.
he's gonna get
Freshman, no
D,
doubt.
D said he's gonna get both freshman player of the year and player of the year.
And I disagree. He won't get player of the year.
No?
Yeah, Toppin's not going back to back Player of the Year. Houston's going to win the Big 12, and Kingston's clearly the best player in the Big 12 from what I've seen. He outplayed Toppins. Even though Toppin had 30, his team won, but Kingston was
he
clearly
had
the
a
best player.
double-double, man. You discount a man's double-double. He's a double-double machine. He's putting up 30
I'm just telling you what my
now.
eyes see. I'm just telling you what my eyes see.
You know,
What you see? What you
but
think? Andy?
the irony is of this, he
What you
is
think,
a
Andy?
hell of a college player, but in terms of mock drafts, he's like second round maybe. And Kris Gardner is late first round, you know, based on potential. But just think about that. College player, Toppin, no doubt. Future NBA player, Kris Gardner. That's what the NBA scouts say. That's what all the
Chris
mock
might need
draft
to come back a year.
Who votes on that, Chris? Is it the coaches?
player of the year.
No.
Yeah,
Media.
yeah.
Oh, I think talking about
Oh
the
yeah,
draft.
I think JT Toppin will get the edge for player of the year of his coaches. But Kingston's Fleming is running away with freshman of the year for sure.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Who? Peterson? They better not even
Peter.
think to give it to
No,
Peterson.
not him. Not
AJ?
not
AJ?
DMP. Yeah, AJ DeBonsa.
Really?
Cole Pete. Folks, this is a hell of a
Cole
bump.
Pete?
God, Cole Pete.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
but
goodness, that boy can play.
This is a hell of a conference,
putting
man.
up better numbers than Cold Pete.
So, but you said runaway.
Cole P got Cole. Only thing
Did
about you
Devonta
just gotta
was
say
putting
with
up
Cole
hell of
P.
numbers too,
Cole P
Yeah,
is with
Devon said this.
Arizona. They winning. They number one now.
undefeated.
So Cole P doing that on an undefeated team. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying? He not doing
I
that on
know
a team that's like, yo, go ahead, do whatever.
because that's true, Justin. Thank you for that, Justin. That's true. We don't always agree, but it's all love, man. We're all Cougs, and
Always.
yeah, that's not going to change one way or the other.
Always.
Devonta's got a case. Okay, he's got 22.5 points, 6.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists. BYU 16-2. But I think
Wow. Oh, say that
it's
again?
him.
The
His
boss or
stats.
what?
He's averaging 22.5 points a game, 6.8 rebounds, 3.6 assists on 54% shooting from the field, and then BYU 16-2 currently.
What's
Let me
Kingston
see.
number?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna pull up right now and see how they compare. Recall Pete's averaging like 14, just under 15 points a game. But like you said, Arizona's undefeated to this point.
Let's see.
Let me see. I got him right here. So Kingston is averaging 15.6 points, 5.4 assists, 3.4 rebounds, and 1.8 turnovers, 51% shooting.
One more time, Andy?
15.6 points, 3.4 rebounds, 5.4 assists on 51% shooting from the field.
AJ. Gotta go AJ.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes to stats, the bounce is up there.
But I think, and there are other talented freshmen in the conference. That's what makes this league so great. And they're seeing it on TV. Other talented players want to come here, play for Big 12 teams.
Because if you do good, or even if you do decent, it's almost like 30 in another league. 12 in the Big 12 is like 20 in another league, you know? It's different. You know what I mean? Because the level of difficulty to score and to do certain things is a little different in the Big 12.
But, if Darren Peterson played more games, but he doesn't, for whatever reason you want to say, I think I can tell by
And
my voice,
winning, they're not there.
what reason where I'm leaning on him. But he is efficient, smooth scorer, great outside shooter. But I question the young man. Hell, I'm not gonna question him. I'm questioning his people around him.
Yeah, I don't
And the
like it.
advice they gave him.
And I don't know why they keep talking about Kobe. I don't see nothing about him and Kobe at all.
One very simple thing comparison between the two that's not good. Kobe played. Okay.
Right.
Kobe
That's a
wasn't
good
like,
point, Chris.
this game is big enough for me. Kobe was a killer. He wanted to hurt people. He wanted to hurt their feelings, light them up. Offense, defense, and he played both sides of the floor too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't see that at all. No. But, Isaiah Harwell, different guys had their moments. Chase McCarty knocked down 2 threes. The last one he took wasn't really, probably ideal. But
no, that one was a little forced. They were doing a lot of the way Texas Tech guarded their pick and pop.
I think we should have rolled more too.
Yeah, but that they kept doing a lot of pick and pop with Ramon Walker. That's why Ramon Walker shot like 3 different threes, and all 3 were very, very flat and short. And then they put McCarty in for him and got the same space on the couple, but then Tech made an adjustment like on that last one, and he kind of had to force it.
But Isaiah had 4 rebounds in 10 minutes, but Sacco had none in 12 minutes. And Chase usually is a decent rebounder. He had none in 8 minutes. So we're going back to the rebounding. Different guys did not help out JoJo and Kris on the boards.
See, that's why I think stats can be a little bit misleading because Sacco is doing a emphasis of blocking out topping, which is enabling people like Harwell to come in and grab these rebounds. So although he
And
might not grab one, his impact on the defensive rebounding is still there to ensure that we secure the defensive rebound.
That's a fair point, but he did his job. That means his teammates didn't.
we're not getting the long rebounds either, Chris.
That's guards. So
Like
if the bigs
everybody got a
blocking out
And
doing
rebound.
that part,
that goes back to my point. I mean, Emmanuel Sharp, no rebounds. Miles Uzan only had one. Kingston only had two. And we
Yeah.
know that Kelvin Sampson wants he prefers if his guards are the ones that are rebound.
right? Because we said on these shows, a lot of guards, Houston guards in the past, recent years, hell, Coach Sampson led Houston teams have guards that rebound well, have guards that average 5, 6 rebounds a game. Today, that was not the case.
They, I don't know. We just was missing like a little pop today, a little pop defensively, and just chasing that basketball down a little better. We should have um, hustled just a little more. We probably missed about seven, 50-50 basketballs.
Yeah, that was key too. It seemed like a lot of the 50-50
But
balls
like
were going towards
those
Texas Tech.
plays matter when we don't get it.
And it again, that's kudos to Texas Tech because that very, very rarely do you see the opposing team do that to Houston.
Appreciate the
Big
super
shout
chat,
out.
people. Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
Anton Stanfield's giving back-to-back super stickers.
Oh, been wrong, but yeah.
So
Oh, thank you.
what a great rivalry. And from a Texas Tech fan, and he loves how both teams compete. I'll be rooting for you on March Madness. Love Kelvin Sampson. Respect.
Same. Thank
So
you for
shout
that.
out.
Oh man, respect, man.
Respect.
Big
Yes, thank you for
respect.
that.
Respect.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
This was a hell of a game, folks. Two great teams, and I'll go with Andy on the both. I would not mind seeing them play each other in Kansas City, but also in the last game on Monday as well. This was a hell of a game. And I hate that the Cougs lost, but they got things to get better at. They will. This is January 24th. As Coach Sampson, I'm trying to bring it up on the screen, the tweet from Duarte, trying to figure out the best way
Ooh,
to do it
let me see if I can
because I want to try something
put it up.
else.
Which one, Chris?
The last one he just did.
About the offensive boards?
They did an awesome job, that one.
Yeah.
While y'all do that, how about Fluff being mentioned both times tonight? From Emmanuel passing his 3-point to Kingston being the first player to score 40 since Fluff. I mean, that's big time, Fluff. And you only did in what, 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Imagine if you would have played 3 or 4 on what you would have.
At the University of Houston.
Yep.
Um, humbly, I'll say I probably would have been an all-time leading scorer there, like period, if I was there from the beginning. Humbly.
Yeah.
That's facts.
I'm
That's
just,
all
I'm
facts.
just. Anytime you see a guy, score 41 one week and then come back the next week and get 52, they put that thing in a basket. So
Yeah.
it's like
But
to
it was
see
so
young.
good, brother. You were so good, you didn't even remember that.
I didn't even remember. Hey, I didn't even remember. I didn't even remember. Because that's just second nature. That thing just go in
Hey,
there,
just a
Chris.
lot of
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
buckets.
saying? I don't even know. That's why when they see me training my son, they think everybody everywhere we at, they think I'm so crazy. That they're like,
Yeah.
man, you think the little boy ain't supposed to miss? I'm like, that's exactly what I think. So, you know what I mean? And it was funny because it was so funny. And God is good because I'm coming back and I'm giving him one of those Martin Luther King speeches. And y'all text me, you know what I'm saying, during the game. I'm like, dang, I ain't even. I didn't even remember that. You know what I mean? I didn't even. I was, and I know the kids at the school now. We so much in that time and so much locked into what you need to do every day, and then you leave there and you go play pro or you go work a job, whatever you do. You a lot of things. That's why this show has been so amazing. I appreciate you guys because a lot of things are coming back to me that I forgot about. But I'm thinking, Sasser got 40. I'm thinking Grimes done got 40.
Nope.
I'm thinking some
Shit.
guys done got 40. I'm
Nope.
like, dang, nobody got 40 since me, huh? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Hey, Chris, I think I'm making a case for myself on some things.
Hey, about that number three.
you know, I'm just saying things just keep coming and coming. It's like, oh,
You know,
whoa, wait a minute.
well, it's interesting, and I can't remember. I know one of you guys brought it up, but it is very rare. They put the graphic up during the broadcast for any team that's been coached by Kelvin Sampson. If I read it correctly, last time a player that Kelvin Sampson coached had scored 40 plus was going back to 1989, which is crazy to think about.
I
Damn.
seen that at the end of the game.
Yeah.
1989
Yeah.
was the last time somebody had 40 for Coach Sampson.
That's
True.
that's absurd.
But
Yeah.
I will be there
That's
soon,
crazy.
and I just want to have a good time at my alma mater. You know what I mean? I'll be there soon.
That's crazy. The amount of
Look at
players scores that he had to think they could have
especially
gotten
at
40.
Oklahoma. Yeah, especially at
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
yeah.
Yeah,
even
Price. He
Indiana, because
had
he
he
had
had he had some guys.
Quantis, and then at
Right?
Indiana he had Chris. Did he have Eric Gordon for a year?
He
Yep.
had Eric Gordon for a year. Yeah,
Eric Gordon,
He
shit.
recruited Eric Gordon. He sure did. Yep.
yeah.
Rob Gray, like Fluff said, Marcus, Quinn.
Rob Gray came close. He came close. He had
Yeah, he did.
39.
I remember that. Yeah.
But at the same time, as much as I didn't remember these things, I'm truly as an OG super happy to watch the young fella get that as a freshman. I
Yeah.
got that as a senior. He's getting that as a freshman. To watch him do that sets the standard high for these young kids coming up of what you can be when you first get to college. And that's, I think, is an even bigger statement to the country of this kid and how he's able to perform at this level. It's all about having a preparation. The opportunity means nothing without the preparation. It's almost not an opportunity. And this kid was ready from the beginning, more than I thought.
But I finally figured out how to add it right there. There's a tweet, and kudos to Joseph Duarte for making it to Lubbock and reporting from Lubbock. There's a post game quote from Coach Sampson. They did an awesome, awesome job on the offensive boards. They did to us what we've made a living doing to other people.
Mm.
Listen, when we see him again, we're gonna give him a lashing though about by a quarter. So, Coach Sampson, I know you're trying to be humble and I know you gotta say the right things, and I know it's Big 12, it's one little family, one big little family. But when we see them again, we're gonna have to shake them down for a quarter. Okay?
Well, I mean, let's be real. He said that publicly at the press conference,
Right,
but
right, right.
I'm sure all of us know in the locker room
Mm, mm, mm.
he lit into his players for getting dominated on the
I don't
board.
even want to say the words
Okay, so
that
you
he
know
said.
he used some colorful language to talk to his players after the game.
There's some M's in there, some F's in
Oh my
there,
goodness, there's some
there's
words
some
they probably haven't
P's
heard
in
before.
there, but we
One of his
gonna leave
favorite
that
sayings
alone.
is probably telling Emmanuel, hey, you had the same rebound numbers as me. I know he
And
told
yeah,
him
and
that.
us, you know,
And us.
yeah,
And us.
and
Yeah,
us.
and us.
Yeah. Emmanuel was big though.
He
Emmanuel
played
was
well.
big,
Emmanuel
man.
played well
He
tonight.
played well.
He
He didn't.
did.
Yeah,
He
he
ain't
didn't
settle
shoot the
for the
ball well
threes.
down
He
the stretch.
attacked. Yeah,
But
Got to the free throw
he
line.
showed up tonight.
yeah,
Yeah. Make sure
I
I give
mean,
him his flowers tonight for sure.
so yeah, we're talking about we're finding stuff wrong with this loss. But
Like I said in the beginning, though, Chris, I think I did say it in the beginning. I am not. I'm. You know. and I'm not speaking for you guys, but I mean, we're kind of in the same vibe of our journey is cutting those nets down.
Right.
I'm not upset at all, really. Even the more we talk right now on the show, I'm not upset at all. I'm moving on to the next game, getting ready for what we got to do. You know, but we're
And
good.
and like we said, it's just life in the Big 12.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Arizona's schedule right now. They're about to get tested. They play BYU on the 26th, which is
Where?
Monday. That's at BYU. They
Oh, they
play at
might lose
BYU
that
on
one.
Monday. Then they play at Kansas on February 9th. They play Texas Tech at home on Valentine's Day, and then they play BYU again on the 18th before having to travel to Houston on the 21st.
They can
And then they
easily
play,
be 1-4
and
right
then
quick.
they'll play Kansas and then Iowa
One and
State.
three.
So their schedule is they're
Yeah,
about to
that's
get tested.
crazy.
They're about to get tested for real. So
They can
we'll
easily
see.
be they can easily be they can easily be 2-3 in that 5-game stretch.
Life in the Big 12.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, life in the Big 12. All right, I'm gonna hide this, but I'm really liking this new platform we're using here on the show. I reached out to see if we can get a player to join us. So let's keep talking on the show here on Let's Rage Coogs and see what happens. But thank you to everybody watching us on whatever Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.
Phase
Do I
two.
need a Twitter?
No,
Yeah,
no,
Nah,
no.
I say listen. Hey, I think you do, bro.
Oh, dang, Chris, what you say no like that for?
Hey,
no.
I think you do, bro, because it's a lot of times where your name is mentioned. And I see people
Yeah,
rehashing your old Twitter that you used to have.
yeah.
So
They'll
I think
Really?
tag
you
you.
do, bro. It's a lot more people that you can reach on Twitter that are broaden
Oh,
your
let me go to
reach.
my big brother though.
Yeah.
Why, Chris?
I have my reasons.
You gonna tell me later?
Hey, folks know me, know why. I am. Y'all know I am. It ain't hard to figure out in this country.
Ah, I got you. I got you.
But for
Well,
you
from
and
that
your
aspect,
for
I
your
agree with
player
Chris
stuff,
for sure.
it makes sense for you to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hey, I'm with you on that, Chris. But
hundred
yeah.
on
percent.
the other side,
But yeah,
yeah.
for you being mentioned in
so
tweets and
so
stuff,
you saying
it'd be good for you.
sometime I'm
Uh,
tagged and I on my old Twitter? I don't know how to
yes,
get in
Yep.
my
bro.
old Twitter.
Recent, you've been tagged, especially if
Yeah.
you get in there. The mentions been tagged, bro. Recent for sure.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
yeah, for that case, yeah,
Yeah, that's all I was saying, Chris.
that's yeah, straight on that. Yeah,
I got it.
I agree with the OG, no question.
I got it. I
Our
got
big
it. Dang,
bro.
got me scared to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now your big brother be like, man, don't do that now.
but I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could
for
be like
sure.
KD. KD come on and clap back and keep it moving. So that's if you want to do that too. But yeah,
I'm
so
with you though, big bro,
that's
for sure.
that's a different way. But let's see if we can keep going. I'm hoping we can get an answer about a player joining us on the show here because they're going to stay in Lubbock. So we get back to the hotel or log in from their phone or what have you. We'll see if we can make that happen. That'd be something if we could. That'd be really smooth. We could do that. In fact, let me see if I can do this.
Toppin could be player of the year. I mean, but that's just our philosophy. We double the post regardless of who it is, Toppin, whoever. He could very well be a player of the year. I just think a player that wins the conference this year is going to win player of the year. And I think Houston's going to do it, and Kingston's going to be the best player on the team that wins it, and that's going to get it.
Yeah, that's where Dan's coming from.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
thinking
but
Houston will
that's
win it
not to take
all in the
away
Big 12.
from Toppin for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what that is. Yeah, because we don't want this to happen, nor do we think it will happen. But if Arizona wins a conference, Jaden Bradley going to be player of the year. Mr. Bradley's a bad man. He's the leader of that team.
Yeah,
We
he
got to let him
is.
go.
I had to check his numbers. But he definitely got. He'd be first team. I don't know if I had to check his number. I agree with you. He probably get rewarded with first team Big 12 if anything. I don't know about
But
player.
yeah, think about that. Who's going to make the all conference teams?
That's a good question.
Damn,
Yeah.
man.
I got
You got
how many make
Toppin.
it?
Toppin, Flemings,
You got 10.
Bradley.
10 make it?
Bradley. Dubonsa.
Hold
Get
on,
him
wait a
there.
second. 10 make it?
You got first and second team, right?
First and second team, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many make first team?
5.
About five for first team.
I'm about to say, when I was coming up, it's five. You was live five.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
in the
five. That's
five or
five
you
first
ain't?
team, five second team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now there are some conferences that
Do 7?
put 10 on a
They
team and
just
call it their
lump
all
them all
conference
together.
team. I hate
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Nah, man. Nah,
The
nah.
first
It's
team, second
five or
team.
it's
Yeah,
5 or nothing.
yeah. First team is 5, second team
First
is
team is
5.
five, second team.
Not all conference. That's weak.
First team is 5.
Yeah,
When
first
I,
five, who
I
you
I
got?
give you a 5 like this, and we talked about this at the conference meeting when we got it. Our 5 was Derrick Rose. Congratulations to Derrick Rose on his jersey retirement from the Chicago Bulls. But Derrick Rose, Robert Vaden, Chris Douglas Roberts, myself, and Stephon Jackson.
Uh,
Y'all, hey Andy, look up Stephon Jackson. Chris, remember him?
Hey, speaking of Stephon, I was seeing some Stephon Marbury in Kingston's game today. What you think, Fluff?
I think you are sadly mistaken. But D, I love you. Yeah.
really?
I think D. I seen you say that in the group and I thought about it and I said, listen, Starberry,
Oh, hold up.
but Starberry was a little more had a little more, you know, Mary J. Blige to his game.
Yeah.
But Kingston might be better though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Why you say
I just
that? Why you say what the way he's cuffing going to the basket?
not only when he cover going to the basket, but how he changed speed, like he going by you and he pulling up at that mid range area. You know what I'm saying? And still using that explosiveness as a threat to make you think I'm gonna go by you.
Okay, I see what you're
And
saying now. Yeah,
he
that's
fade like
Marbury.
he.
Yeah, that's
That's what I'm
Marbury.
thinking. That's when I'm like, damn, because Marbury hit that change spaces like that, think he finna go by you and finish with a lay. Then he pull
Yeah.
up like in that mid range. That's the particular what I was seeing. Like, damn, that's kind of Marbury is right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kingston a bad boy though, man. But I really think we got to give Chris and Mack more touches, bro. And coaches, he's always been the type to throw it in to a post player. So I wonder,
We were throwing the tumbler in the beginning of the year.
right? So I'm thinking like, why we ain't throwing it in to Chris? PJ Haggard might be in one of the. He definitely probably be our conference. I don't know if it'll be first or second team, but I think he'll be in our conference.
Oh,
PJ
PJ
Haggard,
Haggerty.
another Houston kid.
where you play at?
He at Kansas State though.
Penn State. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The coach, I
He a
seen the
Houston
coach talk
kid though.
about him the other day. I didn't know he was from Houston.
Yep.
Yeah, he's good. Lefty, right?
Nah, he righty.
Righty?
Yeah.
Number 0 though, right?
He's zero. No, I don't think he's zero. Nah.
I know you talking about that. I
Yeah,
didn't know he
yeah,
was from Houston though.
yeah. He was at Memphis last year.
He's number 4. Fluff.
Number
Number
4, yeah.
4.
Mm-hmm. I'm from Crosby.
Yep.
What's the name of his school?
Crosby.
In
Well, he's
Houston.
from Crosby, Texas. I don't know what high school. Let me see what high school he
He
went
went
to.
to
Pull
Crosby
up.
High School. I caught a game with his freshman year. He played against Tremont Mark in the playoffs. Tremont might have been the junior, I think, at that time.
What's the best team in Houston right now? High school.
Oh, who is it? Who is it, Andy? And Dallas, I know right now is North Crowley.
Mm,
Who is it in Houston? Chris might know.
I don't know. Yeah, Chris probably. Let's go back to. Let's bring them on. Chris, who's the best high school team in Houston right now when it comes to basketball?
That is a good question. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask my high school brothers who follow that stuff way more than me. That's not me. Like when it comes to the Garvey Lewis Award, they give me the names, and that's all. That's all I know. I don't even know the teams anymore.
I just googled it. It says Houston
Tristan
Christian was
Singleton said it.
24 and
Hey
0.
Texas.
Chris, you give out that
Shadow
award?
Creek. Shadow
Tyreek
Creek
Lewis,
is 28
yeah.
and 2.
I'm part of the committee. Yeah.
Fort Bend Marshall is 31 and 2.
Oh man, we come down
Seven
there. I
Lakes.
know we're gonna get that award, man. Uncle Chris on there. We're gonna get the numbers for you though.
So I'm seeing Cypress Springs is right there.
Okay.
Hightower is ranked 15th in the state. Pearland is 12th in the state. Fort
Pearland.
Bend,
See, that's
What's
that small
Pearland
town
record?
stuff.
yeah.
They out there getting
Shadow
good.
Creek, they
But I
28 and
know
2.
one of my basketball
They in
buddies
Pearland.
mentioned to me that Reese
Fort
Austin is
Bend
the
and
best
Mo
player in the
City, they
country.
31 and 2.
I mean, not country, in the city.
They always good at football, Fort Bend.
What'd you say, Chris?
Reese Austin.
Maurice Austin.
Reese.
He
Skip to the
talking about
Reese.
Lil Skip.
Yeah, Lil Skip. He's the
He the
best player in
best in
the
the
city.
city.
Yeah, that's what one of my basketball buddies told me. Yeah.
If he the best in the city, we need to come on back. I seen him. He best in the city. Jeez. Wow. He must have got better then.
Seven Lakes, answered by this my buddy here. He knows hoops as well. Seven Lakes. He says the best in the city, in the area.
Katie
Yeah.
Seven Lakes?
87 Lakes, they 30 and 5 and 6A right now.
Oh, dang.
Most Fort Bend is 31 and 2 and 5A.
Yeah,
Shadow
PJ
Creek,
They
Haggett
28
played
and
won the
2.
33
award. Yeah.
games already this year.
Play a shoot ton of game.
When y'all start the season?
Yeah, Katy, they played 35 games. They 30 and 5.
Um,
7 Lakes.
When the season start? November 1st?
Around there.
usually it
Yeah.
start November, but
Mhm.
sometimes it might be a little bit before. But most schools start playing that first week in November,
Oh, okay.
and then they'll do a lot of tournaments on Thanksgiving weekend and Christmas, leading up to Christmas week.
All right. Well, got the answer. Won't get a player today for the show.
Okay.
Yeah, this freshman class is special. Keith
Yeah.
Wagler for Illinois, he dropped 46 and 9 today against Purdue.
And I'm gonna get up there and talk about they keep talking about the portal and they keep talking about this. Man, you have to be good. Because how are these kids so successful and they're eight and they're young? Kingston's at Houston, he's not a reclass or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah,
Nope.
he 19.
Kingston's still 18 years
No, I
old.
think he just turned 19, like not too long ago, right, Chris?
He turned 19 this month, right?
Oh,
Think
this
so. Yeah.
month.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but more of the story, he's not a reclass or anything like that. He had 42 points today.
and I be hearing players, coaches saying that 18, I forgot, I think it was a high profile coach. I want to say it might have been Kyle. Coach Kyle Perry said that 18-year-olds don't, I forgot, I don't want to misquote him, but it was something along the line of 18-year-olds, you know, really don't recruit them like you used to. They don't impact like they used to. I forgot exactly what it was. She's more in line talking about how a lot of people are recruiting transfer ported players with experience and stuff like that.
He might have said the other way around, D, because he's not
Yeah, I can't.
he's not for the portal like that at all.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what he said. So I'm
Because
gonna
what he
paraphrase.
was saying, D, was I'm taking a one and done kid over the 25-year-old kid every time.
Uh,
That's what Cal was kind of saying. He was basically saying like he was kind of saying the portal's like overrated a little bit. Like meaning like a lot of times the guy from the portal is coming to be a role but is coming to be a role player for that. You know what I'm saying? For the I hate to make this as an example, but you got Terrence Arsenal. He's not a main player at North Carolina State. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
he's
there's some role players leave because they think they deserve a bigger role at a new spot and to get the ball.
right. They weren't studs. You're right, Chris. The freshman that's coming from the McDonald game or the Jordan game is a stud. Or on a like Kingston on the brink of the game
Right.
is they're coming in like they're not worried about nobody about playing. You know, So,
But yeah,
I think that's a myth a little bit, depending on who the kid is, of course. But
yeah,
like,
Wi-Fi knocked me out there. But so y'all see UH post a few days ago about Andy Yanez be named to the watch list for Player of the Year, High School Player of the Year?
Who?
Big fella coming in.
Oh, he got
Andy Yanez.
named to the watch list.
Mm-hmm. For
That's
High
big
School
time.
Player of the Year. The 7'1", 290, whatever he is, young man.
Chris can't wait for him to get on campus. He love that. He love that big boy.
You Fluffy, yeah, you gonna like him too.
I do too. I listen. I haven't seen him. Like, I'm going to YouTube him when we get off and check him out. What's his name? How you say his name again?
Arafan, Arafan, and
Arafan.
Dione. Arizona
Okay.
probably won't. And let me say this: Coach Sampson said it last game. I mean, Coach said it. Could be Coach speak, but he said it to the media. Arizona is the best team in the conference. They're playing like it. They got a tough schedule coming up. Now let's see if they go with. I don't think they're going to go undefeated because the Big 12 is that good. So I can see them losing once or twice.
They can go 2-3 on this stretch right here, Chris. Name those 5 again, Andy. If you can.
Yeah, give me a second.
No problem.
While he's doing that, Justin, the way you're wording that is not accurate.
What do you say?
Akeem the Dream's son passed up UH to play for Stanford. No.
Other way.
No.
What?
He didn't pass up UH to play for Stanford. No, he didn't. No.
UH passed him.
Thank you. No. Let's not.
How you feel about that?
let's not get that twisted now. So yeah.
Yeah. See, one thing, Chris is university over player, and I like that. Me too. Like, sometimes the kid is just not, at that level. How tall
Yeah.
is Akeem Olajuwon's son again? 6'8"?
This one, when he chose Stanford, he's like 6'5", 6'6". If my high school buddy, who's a coach, I think, if he's still on, he could probably get some more details about him. He's not a Cougar.
He's not a Cougar.
He's a Stanford player. I'll just say it like that. How about that? That makes sense to y'all?
It make all the sense in the world, Mr.
Okay.
Gardner. I know exactly what you mean.
And as a father for Akeem, you got to know your child. I mean, I'm sure he
Yeah, that's
had the
smart.
connection, right? And then if he wanted him to go there,
If it's my
he
son, I'm
could.
sending him to Stanford too if I know he can't
Then,
take Samson.
for
There you
sure,
go.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Hey, how about this? He might still be in the league. Hey, son. If he might still go to the league.
He might, yeah.
And that's what we talk about picking the wrong school a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like Mercy, if Mercy's at Kansas State, he might be getting about 16, 17 points a game right now. I don't know.
With Mr. Haggerty. So yeah.
Fluff, to go back to your original question, they play BYU on Monday. They play Kansas on February 9th, Texas Tech, that's at Kansas and at BYU. Texas Tech on the 14th, BYU again on the 18th, then at Houston on the 21st, versus Kansas on the 28th, and then versus Iowa State on March 2nd. So they got some heavyweights coming up in their schedule.
You see how that could be 2-3? Easy. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it could definitely be 2-3 easy.
I love how who was the Tech fan who was kind enough and gave us respect earlier in the show.
I forget his name.
I'll put it up right now.
And now we have folks who are opposite of that joining the show.
It's Anton Stanfield.
It's a great rivalry. Tech won the game. This is a great rivalry. Great for the conference. Two of the top teams in the country did work in these two matchups. I hate that they're done playing right now in January.
Yeah.
And I wish they were playing in February. Spread them out a little bit better. But like Andy said, I wouldn't mind seeing them in Kansas City. It's a great matchup. But the ultimate goal, I think, for Coug fans, and I'm assuming for Texas Tech fans, or most Texas Tech fans, I would think, is to win the national championship.
Yeah.
Not just be the Big 12 champs.
Well, I
and
think that's Texas Tech goal. I think that's
go back to it. My ultimate goal for the conference is to have the Final Four full of 4 Big 12 teams. But as a Houston alum, I want Houston to win it all.
Hold that thought, Chris. We're gonna have we have some post game video of what Kelvin Sampson had to say. Let me see if I can upload it here real quick.
Do your thing, man. No problem. That's the great thing about technology. We're learning how to do everything here on Let's Rage Coogs, providing content. The original post-game show for Houston football and men's basketball. It's Let's Rage Coogs. That's it.
got a barn burner going on right now. Auburn and
Florida.
Florida.
Be nice if
Auburn
Auburn wins that game. Help out the
Auburn
Cougs.
was up 18 points.
Yep.
You know?
All right, let's hear what Kelvin Sampson had to say after the game. Let me make it full screen here. It's Kelvin Sampson, Milos Uzan, and Emmanuel Sharp. Can you hear it, Chris? How about now?
Yeah.
All right, while I try to figure that out, let me see here.
Y'all keep talking. Let's keep talking about the game.
Hold up. Let me try this.
And
You
he's
know,
persistent. He's gonna try to. If he can get it done, he'll figure it out.
Can we hear it now or no?
No, I don't hear anything. Nope. A little bit.
It's not about making adjustments.
But now
It's
you can
doing
hear it?
what the scout
Real
report
low,
says
real
to
faint.
do.
Yeah.
I thought we did a much better job of that in the second half. When you go on the road in this league, you could get beat any game you play because the other teams in this league are good. And the thing that Tech really did good today. First of all, congratulations to Grant and his team. I thought they played incredibly hard. I thought they were really locked in on what they were trying to do. But once we got the game under control and was leading it for a while. And then the two plays that broke it open was Atwell's threes in the corner. Shouldn't have got them off. We don't help off corners. There's two freshmen there that you can't let them get those off. I mean, there's some that they got in the first half that was just mind-bending, but they're a great shooting team, and when they're hitting, they're gonna hit. What were they from the 3 to second half? They were 2 for 10 from the 3 to second half because first of all we changed our personnel a little bit. Kris has a hard time defending, especially being a true freshman. perimeter teams that play behind the 3-point line, especially at 6'10". There's nobody there for him to guard. And then I thought Toppin really bullied him in the paint. But Toppin's going to bully a lot of people. You know, he's really good. So I wasn't disappointed that we lost. I mean, you're going to
We had Wi-Fi difficulties there. I'll see if I can get it back from buffering later on in the show. But just from what we heard there, Coach Kelvin Sampson gave a lot of praise to Texas Tech. Let me see here.
And the Wi-Fi is, getting me too. But yeah, coach is going to give credit to the other team.
I mean, you're going to look.
Oh,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Buffered again. No, absolutely, and they deserve it the way they came out here and they played in this game.
Yep, and Kingston and Chase, they helped off the corner three, and left Atwell open just enough for that quick release, and he knocked him down. The first one on Kingston was just a hair late, was getting his hand up. That's all it took. Give Atwell credit for that. Those only 2 threes they made in the second half were those two in back-to-back possessions.
Big time threes.
Big time buckets. And yeah, JT compared to Kris, Toppin's what, 22? Something like that. And Kris looked like
18, 19.
19-year-old that he is. Yeah.
Which again goes back to what we said earlier on in the show, right? This Houston team is different from years past because for the past 3 years, it's been Juwan Roberts down there battling with the likes of JT Toppin. And this year, freshmen.
Freshmen and their bodies aren't as physically developed right now. So that's part of this as well. This was a great game between 2 great teams featuring great players.
I agree.
And one soon-to-be Hall of Fame coach, and Coach McCaslin is a hell of a coach as well. This is a great showcase for Big 12 Conference, Big 12 basketball. And that's what we do here on this show. So, some fans are going to come troll. That's what you do. Y'all do you. We're not going to do that here on this show. We give credit when it's due.
Yep.
To the opposing team, opposing players. We criticize the Houston Cougars when they don't play well. That's what makes this show special. With different perspectives that my brothers provide here on the show and from our viewers on all the platforms. Because once again, as Andy said it, Deion said it, and Fluff knows as well, Let's Rage Coogs is the original post-game show for Houston football and men's basketball. And Fluff, Deion say it again, Fluff was mentioned in the broadcast because of his scoring prowess at UH. Fluff got buckets at UH. This show is special. He gives a different perspective that we can't give. He played the game. Excelled.
Not only did he play it, he played it at a high level.
At a high level.
High level. There's different levels to it now. We got to make sure we highlight that too, though.
I'll say this, and I truly mean this, and I hope it's not taken the wrong way, but Tommy Penders is a pillar to what we're doing right now. He came in with a mindset that we supposed to be better than this, whatever this was. we're not going to be that now. Now, whether we came up short or not is a different, argument. But, at that time, man, we were fighting for University of Houston to be respected as a big time university. And what's going on now, they just took it and blew it through the roof. So, we all play our part, and what we've brought to the table. Like I bring up John Houston a lot. He kept me so healthy or as healthy as he could. And to watch him with them young fellas now, I know that that's even a part of why we're so good now with more talent. Him, Coach Sampson at the helm, Hall of Fame coach. You know, those steps were made for us to get to where we are now. And like we always say, unless you're a Cougar, you don't realize what has transpired. You're just watching it, but you don't really understand how far we have come. You know, so I it's a blessing. I don't hide how much. I mean, you guys know we all follow each other. I don't hide how much I love my university. I know guys try to be cool and act like they don't, remember their days or, watching this. It's basketball season. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I admire what we're doing every day and love my university every day. And I feel like it's mine. You know what I'm saying? I think we all have that type of feeling like it's my school.
Yeah,
So,
Fluff.
I appreciate the Jester guys, and it's a surreal thing to see those type of things on TV. When you're with your family or whatever's going on. It makes you feel good that you really contributed to a place that you love so much. So that's a blessing for me, guys, more than I can even explain. And they gave me a second chance there. A lot of people get sick. We talk about the portal. I'm basically a portal guy. You know what I mean? If a lot of time it doesn't work out the second time. So,
Right.
when I left Providence, what I'm saying, and made my journey to San Jacinto and then and there, it wasn't a guarantee that that was going to work out for me. And for it to work out for me and the love that I got there, I mean, Chris knows, man, them people love me there. I just haven't been there in a while. But Chris knows, like, those people like really love me genuinely as a person at the University of Houston. So, that doesn't really happen for people all the time. And that happened for me. And I'm truly thankful and blessed to be a part of the show and feel like I'm coming back more, you know, involved with the school. And I'm excited about that.
What's it
Fluff, you
like
see this?
seeing that and watching it with your son? I'm sure, or assuming you're watching it with your son.
What John Houston was there reflect 100 million%. Yes, John Houston was there with me. John Houston was there with Andre Owens, Oliver Lafayette, all of those guys. Yes, Bobby Coleman. Yes, but say it again, D.
No, I was saying the other element to that as you watching the game, I'm sure you're watching it with Lil Fluff. What's it like for you to be watching that with him, to hearing your name and seeing him having the inspirations of doing what
Well,
you've done and furthering it for the legacy?
well, like you said, Little Fluff. It's amazing because I'm I'm showing him that that's your name. You know what I'm saying? Like he might be Robert McKiver Jr., but that's your name. You
Yeah.
know, they're saying your name. You know what I mean? So you gotta, bring your game. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a confirmation on a lot of the things that I'm teaching them daily when those things, happen. Because at the end of the day, you're just dad sometimes. You know what I mean? No matter what you've accomplished in your life, you're dad, which is a great thing. But, when things like that happen, it's amazing because it confirms some of the things that I'm trying to teach them on a daily basis. So it's a blessing.
And let me say this. Thank you to the Texas Tech fans who are joining the conversation today, this evening on Let's Rage Cougs. Wherever you're watching the show, if you're in a cold spot right now, stay warm. Let's enjoy the conversation. Let's keep it respectful. Two great programs battled today, but all four of us, if Texas Tech has a show and want to collaborate with us, talk some Big 12 hoops, we're
Yeah.
here for that. We are Let's Rage Cougs, but we also love the Big 12 conference and the basketball. And our goal is to be in Kansas City at the Big 12 tournament. Covering, speaking for me, I'm looking forward to all the games, not just the game the Cougs are playing, because I love basketball that much. So when I'm not typing up, writing about, sharing content here about the Cougs on Let's Rage Cougs and my shows, my platforms, I'm going to talk about some content, share content about the other games in the tournament. Because Big 12, I'm serious when I said it a few weeks ago. The Big 12 conference needs to make that shirt that Commissioner Yormark said in December, make it a shooting shirt. Big 12 basketball is the second best league in America behind the NBA. That needs to be shirts for every school. Every Big 12 basketball school needs to wear that in the pregame warm-ups. So when the TV cameras catch it, it's right there for everybody to see. And then the play will back it up. And today's game between these two teams backed it up.
As we wind things down on this edition of Let's Rage Cougs, we want to go to the final stats one more time. The final score from Lubbock. Texas Tech came away with the 90-86 victory over the 6th-ranked Houston Cougars. That's 12th-ranked Texas Tech. For Houston, on the Houston side, it was Kingston Flemings that led the way, 42 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds, only 2 turnovers in 38 minutes of action. Emmanuel Sharp, 20 points in 35 minutes of action. And then Chase McCarty and Milos Uzan were tied as the third leading scorers with 6 points apiece. For Texas Tech, the leading scorer was JT Toppin. He had 31 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists for the Red Raiders in this game. But Jalen Petty and Donovan Atwell had 18 each for the Red Raiders as well. They both contributed in key moments for them. And Christian Anderson had 12 points on 2 of 9 shooting, only 1 of 7 from 3-point line. But like Kris mentioned earlier in the show, 9 assists. He did a good job being a distributor for the Red Raiders. For Houston, they fall to 17-2 overall in the season. They suffer their first Big 12 loss in conference play, and they fall to 5-1. And they'll be back in action on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. at TCU.
And I think this is right. When we went over who's beaten the Cougs in Big 12 play, is Texas Tech the first team to beat them twice? I know Kansas masked the Cougs in Lawrence.
No, Kansas has only beaten them once. Iowa State has only beat Houston once. Correct.
And then TCU
hasn't beat them. They've only beat them once. And then
regular season, because Iowa State drubbed the Cougs in the tournament.
Okay, so Iowa State, Iowa State beat them twice.
But salute, thank you to who was it that had made the most recent comment from a Tech fan. We share Jimmy Lee. We share your view. Like to see you guys in April. Sure.
Of course.
All 4 teams, Big 12 teams in the Final Four. We're good with that. And I'd love to meet up with some of the Tech fans, Big 12 fans in Kansas City. We'll be there.
And the Cougs are awesome. Wow, that's
because
big, man.
Big 12 basketball is the best college conference in America. The SEC had a great year last year. Great year. Historic. But the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, whatever, it's the Big 12. But to put the icing on the cake, to shut up all those other outsiders, get 2, 3, or 4 teams in the Final Four from this Big 12.
You keep saying you're going to speak it into existence.
Speak into the existence. Yes.
Yes.
And encourage everybody, all the fans of Big 12 teams, to watch these Big 12 games on TV. Let's get those ratings up. So when Commissioner Mark goes to the media rights partners in that next contract and shows the numbers and says, hey, out of the top 10 rated TV games, conference games this year, 8, 9, 10 of them are all Big 12. Now show us the money.
Yep.
That's what this is about. This is a great game today. Personally, I'm disappointed that the Cougs lost, but I'll get over it. 17-2, 5-1 in the Big 12. First road loss in conference play in the last 17 Big 12 games. That's amazing.
It is.
I was at Allen Fieldhouse in our last loss. So I was in attendance.
So let's rate Cougs. We're trying to grow and expand and be with the team on the road.
Yeah, man.
This is great. And we're just, what is this, year 4 of this show?
Yep.
So we want to make it for 10 years and grow. This is family. Thank you very much, everybody. So let's wrap it up. Great discussion, y'all. I love this show. I love you guys.
Great one today. Great show.
Once again, got to thank everybody that took the time out of their Saturday. Like Kris said, hopefully you guys are staying warm. Big thank you to today's sponsor, Steve Saxenian, for being a primary sponsor. Our secondary sponsor, Star Pizza, with multiple locations throughout the Houston area. Star Pizza is your go-to spot before or after the game. Check them out online, starpizza.net. Check them out on their social media platforms, Star Pizza HOU on X, Star Pizza Houston, Texas on Instagram. Again, the final score from Lubbock, Texas Tech 90, Houston 86. And big thank you overall for making this postgame show a hit here today. And if you are new to the show, like Kris said, we'll be back Wednesday following Houston TCU to talk about that game. If you are interested in sponsoring the show, getting involved in any way, shape, or form, that's how you do it, by reaching out. Let's reach Coogs at gmail.com. If you're from the Texas Tech side perspective and just want to talk Big 12 hoops, talk about Big 12 in general, you can also do it by reaching out. Again, the email, Let's Reach Coogs, all lowercase, on the screen at gmail.com. That's it from me. Kris, I'll toss it over to you. Where can people find you, sir?
Thanks, Andy. And then I'll toss to Fluff and Dayon to close us out. Thank you to everybody who watched the show today. Thank you for your comments. One last thing. I'm going to say this with my Big 12 hat on, media hat on. I think the Big 12 conference does not get enough media attention nationally. So we're trying to help narrow that gap, provide more content for the Cougs and more content for the Big 12. But the Houston Round Ball Review, since 1994, the Houston Round Ball Review, local name, global perspective.
Just want to say thank you to all the fans that tapped in today. I think it was, my first time. I don't know about my brothers. My first time seeing another school come on here and, show us some love and, talk about the game. That was big time. That was a great sight to see, because as much as University of Houston is our school, Big 12 is our extended family. So that was huge. Catch me on Elm City Elite or Rob McKiver. Wish us luck on this journey in the spring of playing on a sneaker circuit of Under Armour. And hey, we got a long season for the Cougs. Took a tough loss today, but we will bounce back for sure. Go Cougs.
Tough win tonight, but not disappointed. I think it's a lot more lessons learned than actual a loss, and I think we'll bounce back. And this will even make us better in the strong run. Shout out to Kingston Fleming for the historic performance, special performance. I mean, it was spectacular. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to see you play in person here in the near future. And we're hanging our heads high, as the team should, because it's one lesson in the long season that we have, and we will be playing for a long time through April. And I'm excited for that journey watching us. And like Fluff mentioned, my team, my daughter's team, Pro Life Elite, will be ongoing our third grade girls' first AAU season, introducing them to more competition. And looking forward to my daughter leading the way, continuing her journey, her growth. And I'm excited, man. Let's go Cougs, always.